Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 23rd of April 2024. Let's start with our session. The first question is, what is the theme of the World Heritage Day 2024? First of all, we celebrate this day on 18th of April every year, and on this day we honor the cultural sites globally. Okay, it is also known as International Day for Monuments and Sites, and it celebrates the significant cultural and the natural sites. This year, what was the theme? Theme was Discover and Experience Diversity, which showcases the reflection on our global treasures. So it emphasizes understanding the diverse cultures, traditions and ecosystems so that we can foster the appreciation for our shared heritage. Okay, so two things are important. When do we observe the World Heritage Day? Answer would be 18th of April, and this year the theme was Discover and Experience the Diversity. Okay, here our keyword is theme, and now in the next slide we will see some of the important questions regarding days and themes. The very first question is, which day is celebrated as the World Hemophilia Day every year? We celebrate this day every year on 17th of April. What was the theme for this year? The theme was Equitable Access for All. Okay. Which day is observed as National Safety Day in India? We celebrate this day on 4th of March every year. What is the theme of International Day of Human Space Flight 2024? First of all, this day is observed every year on 12th of April, and this year the theme was Encouraging Scientific Curiosity. Okay, this was the theme. Which day is observed as National Safety Day in India? I'm sorry, it is a repeated question of question number 2, but here it should be, when do we observe the World Art Day? So here correct answer would be 15th of April. World Art Day celebrated on 15th of April. And what was the theme for this year? The theme was A Garden of Expression. Okay, this was the theme for World Art Day. Which day is celebrated as the World Wildlife Day? Answer would be 3rd of March. Fine. Next is, Tiranga Barfi recently got a GI tag. Belongs to which city of Uttar Pradesh? So Tiranga Barfi of Varanasi, linked with India's independence, attained the GI status recently. Also, the Dhalua Murti metal casting craft from Varanasi has received the GI recognition. Okay, so GI Registry Office in Chennai listed 75 new products from UP, including these, and now it boasts 34 GI products. Means Varanasi boasts 34 GI products, which contributes to UP's total of 75. Other items are like, for example, Bareli, Zardozi and Tharu embroidery. They have also gained the GI registration, bringing the state's total to 75, which is itself a wonderful record. Okay, so Tiranga Barfi has recently got the GI tag, and it belongs to the Varanasi city of UP. Here our keyword is GI tags, and now let's have a look at some of the important products that have got the GI tags. Kathia wheat recently got a GI tag. Belongs to which Indian state? Kathia wheat is a product from UP, and recently it got the GI tag. Okay, there is one more product from UP that has got the GI tag, and it is the Sanchi craft. Okay, then there is Riza textile that got the GI tag few days back, and it is a product from Tripura. Okay, Matabari Pera and Pachra recently got a GI tag. Belongs to which Indian state? Both of these products belong to Tripura state. If you talk about Matabari Pera, it is a kind of sweet dish, and Pachra is a kind of textile. Byalagi chilies recently seen in the news are primarily grown in which Indian state? They are predominantly found in the state of Karnataka. Ratlam Riyavan garlic, which has recently received a GI tag, belongs to which Indian state? This garlic belongs to Madhya Pradesh. Naraspur crochet lace, which has recently received a GI tag, belongs to which Indian state? This product belongs to Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Recently, a state-of-the-art submersible platform for acoustic characterization and evaluation, that is SPACE, was inaugurated in which Indian state? Here answer would be Kerala. And in Kerala, the Naval Physical and Oceanographic Laboratory of DRDO has unveiled this start which is a kind of testing hub for the sonar systems on Indian Navy ships, and not only Indian Navy ships but the subs and the helicopters as well. So space has two parts. First one is a floating platform, and second one is a submersible one that reaches about 100 meters depth. So it facilitates quick deployment and recovery of scientific gear, aiding survey, sampling and data collection for anti-submarine warfare research. Okay, here correct answer would be A option, that is Kerala. Now here our keyword would be inaugurated, and now let's have a look at some of the recent inaugurations. Recently, where was the state-of-the-art IT laboratory inaugurated by Chief of the Army Staff? So this laboratory has been inaugurated in the country Uzbekistan. Recently, Union Minister of Science and Technology inaugurated the first of its kind National Speed Breeding Crop Facility at which place? This facility has been inaugurated recently in Mohali in the state of Punjab. Where was the India's first small-scale LNG unit inaugurated? India's first small-scale LNG unit has been inaugurated in Madhya Pradesh. Where was the India's first underwater metro service inaugurated? India's very first underwater metro service has been inaugurated in Kolkata. And last is, where was the India's first National Dolphin Research Center, that is NDRC, inaugurated? India's first National Dolphin Research Center has been inaugurated in Patna, Bihar. Okay. State of the World Population 2024 report is recently released by which organization? Answer would be United Nations Population Fund, that is UNFPA. They have released the 2024 State of the World's Population report in April, where talking about India, India leads with a population of 144.17 crore, and it is expected to double in the next 77 years. Okay, so 68% aged between 15 to 64 years with a total fertility rate, means TFR, of 2.0, and life expectancy at birth is 71 and 74 years for men and women respectively. Okay, child marriage rates were 23%, and women with disabilities face up to 10 times more gender-based violence, and the marginalized communities are largely ignored despite 30 years of SRH progress. Okay, simply you can be asked that this report is published by which organization? Answer would be United Nations Population Fund. Okay, here our keyword is report, and now let's see some of the important reports that came into news. The first question is Plastic Overshoot Day 2024 report recently released by which non-profit organization? This report has been published by Earth Action. Okay. Global Trade Outlook and Statistics report recently released by which organization? This report has been published by World Trade Organization. Global Hepatitis Report 2024 recently released by which organization? This report is published by the World Health Organization. According to a report that is released by WADA, means World Anti-Doping Agency, which country reported the highest number of doping cases in the world? This is our country, India. India has reported the highest number of doping cases in whole world. Jobs for Resilience report recently seen in the news is released by which organization? This report has been published by the World Bank. Okay. Recently, where was the World Future Energy Summit 2024 organized? So this was the 16th edition of the World Future Energy Summit, and recently it took place at the ADNIC Center in Abu Dhabi. So the summit focused on the global energy transition, investment in clean energy and a sustainable future. Also, the summit featured a panel of women entrepreneurs leading the decarbonization innovation. Fine. Mazdar's parent company, named as Mubadala, along with Abu Dhabi National Oil Company and holding company ADQ, also agreed to form a hydrogen alliance to produce the green and blue variants of the fuel. Okay, so what was the venue for the World Future Energy Summit? Answer would be Abu Dhabi. Now let's have a look at some of the summits that were in news. Recently, where was the first nuclear energy summit held? Recently, this summit took place in Brussels in Belgium. Recently, which country hosted the third summit for democracy? This is South Korea. Where was the first ever Digital India Future Skills Summit held? This summit took place in Guwahati in the state of Assam. Recently, which countries have been declared as the guest of honor at the 2024 World Government Summit in Dubai? First of all, what was the venue for the World Government Summit? It was Dubai. And which countries were the guest of honor at this summit? So 3 countries were there. First is India, second one is Qatar, and the third one is Turkey. Okay. Where was the NEEM Summit and the Global NEEM Trade Fair held? It took place in New Delhi. Recently, which institute played a crucial role in the Surya Tilak project at Ayodhya in the state of Uttar Pradesh? Answer would be Indian Institute of Astrophysics, that is A option. It works under the Department of Science and Technology, and it played a pivotal role in the Surya Tilak project at Ayodhya. So basic aim is to bring sunlight onto the forehead of Sri Ram Lala at noon on Sri Ram Navami, and the team calculated the sun positions, designed the optical system and aligned it with on-site. Also, they identified Ram Navami dates for a 19-year cycle and estimated the sky positions accordingly. Fine. Correct answer would be Indian Institute of Astrophysics. Now in the next slide we will see some of the important IITs that were in news. First one is, recently which IIT has launched India's first medical devices calibration facility on wheels? This is IIT Madras. IIT Madras launched India's first mobile medical device calibration facility so that they can enhance the healthcare accessibility. So it addresses the critical need for accurate calibration of medical instruments for precise diagnosis and the treatment, and this initiative aligns with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 3. Basic aim is universal healthcare. Okay, correct answer is IIT Madras. Which IIT recently signed a memorandum of understanding with Canada-based biotechnology company named as Conless Global for bone grafting technology? This is IIT Kanpur. Recently, which ministry collaborated with IIT Roorkee in automotive and EV sector? Answer would be here Ministry of Heavy Industries. Recently, IREDA has signed a memorandum of understanding with which IIT for promoting innovation and research in the field of renewable energy? This is IIT Bhubaneswar. Okay. Which one of the following IITs have recently created a new system for a hybrid unmanned vehicle that can operate both underwater and in the air? These IITs are, first is IIT Jodhpur, Kanpur and Palakkad. Okay. They have collaborated to form a new system for a hybrid unmanned vehicle that can operate both underwater and in the air. Where was the 13th European Girls Mathematical Olympiad 2024 held? So India's team excelled at the 13th European Girls Mathematical Olympiad that took place in Georgia, and a 4-member squad secured 2 silver and 2 bronze medals. So this is the second instance of all members winning at European Girls Mathematical Olympiad since India's 2015 debut. So what was the venue for this event? Answer is B option, that is Georgia. Now let's have a look at some of the important host and venue related current affairs. Recently, which Indian stadium becomes the first BCCI accredited venue with a new hybrid pitch? This is Himachal Pradesh Cricket Association Stadium. Which one of the following cities is the venue of India's first beachside startup festival named as Emerge 2024? What was the name for India's first beachside startup festival? It was Emerge, and venue for this event or festival was Mangaluru. Okay. Recently, which country hosted the 17th Annual International Biocuration Conference? This is our country, India. The first ever Maharashtra's MSME Defense Expo is recently hosted in which Indian city? So the very first Maharashtra's MSME Defense Expo has been hosted in Pune city recently. Mobile World Congress 2024 is recently hosted by which country? Your answer would be Spain country. Okay. Which countries are the native habitats of the grey slender loris recently rescued in Goa by the forest officials? So a grey slender loris was rescued in North Goa by the forest officials, and they are native to southern India and central or east central Sri Lanka. It lives in subtropical and tropical dry forest, and also they are commonly found in the tropical scrub and deciduous forest. Their IUCN status is the least concern. Okay, so here correct answer would be India and Sri Lanka, that is A option. Now let's see some international current affairs. Which countries recently signed a treaty to recognize the whales as the legal persons? These countries are the New Zealand and the Cook Islands. They have signed a treaty by which they are recognizing the whales as legal person. Lake Kariba, recently seen in the news, is located between which two countries? This lake lies in between Zambia and Zimbabwe. Hormuz Strait, recently seen in the news, is a strategically important waterway located between which two countries? Your answer would be Iran and Oman. Okay. Recently, which two countries have partially joined the Schengen area, which is the ID check-free travel zone in Europe? These two countries are Romania and Bulgaria. Blue line term, recently seen in the news, serves as the boundary between which of the following two countries? So these two countries are Lebanon and Israel. The boundary between these two countries is known as blue line term. Okay. Recently, DRDO conducted a successful flight test of the indigenous technology cruise missile at which place? Here answer would be Chandipur in the state of Odisha. And DRDO successfully tested the indigenous technology cruise missile from Chandipur, Odisha, and all the subsystems performed very well, which are monitored by the range sensors and a Su-30 Mk1 aircraft. Okay. So the missile showcased precise navigation, flying very close to the sea surface, and the test affirmed the reliability of the indigenous propulsion system by GTRE Bangalore, and it is developed by ADE and it is equipped with advanced avionics. Also, it is a technology demonstrator with an upgraded seeker and a small turbofan engine. Okay, so DRDO conducted the successful flight test of the indigenous technology cruise missile at Chandipur in the state of Odisha. Now let's see some of the important missiles that were in news. What is the official name of Israel's operation for intercepting drones and missiles that were launched by Iran? So the name of this operation was Operation Iron Shield. Okay. P-800 Onyx missile, recently seen in the news, is developed by which country? This missile belongs to Russia. Where was the first private sector facility for the manufacturing of ammunition and missiles unveiled? Recently, this facility has been unveiled in Kanpur in the state of UP. Which country has recently signed an agreement with the US to purchase the Tomahawk missile? This country is Japan. Japan has signed this agreement with the US by which they are purchasing the Tomahawk missiles from USA. What type of missile is new generation Akash missile? So Akash is basically surface to air missile. Your options could be air to air, surface to air, surface to surface, etc. Okay. Last question is, recently Kerala introduced the standard operating procedures, that is SOP, under which initiative? So Kerala Health Department is launching the detailed standard operating procedures for 8 infectious diseases under its One Health initiative, and they will cover the diseases like hepatitis A and E, dengue, Nipah and avian influenza. Okay. Basic aim is early disease surveillance and prevention, and these SOPs were developed at a 2-day workshop by the Center for One Health Kerala. So the initiative targets the robust outbreak investigation and the control mechanism at district level. So Kerala has introduced the SOP under their One Health initiative. Okay, answer is A option. Now let's see some state related current affairs. The first question is, Haki Pikki tribe, recently seen in the news, is predominantly found in which Indian state? So this tribe is predominantly found in the state of Karnataka. Recently, which state holds the top position among the Indian states for economic complexity? So regarding economic complexity, Tamil Nadu acquires the top position. Bhandasar Jain Temple, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? Bhandasar Jain Temple lies in the state of Rajasthan. Recently, which state emerged as the largest exporter of electronic goods, contributing 30% to the country's total electronic goods exports in financial year 24? This is Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is the largest exporter of the electronic goods in India. Konda Reddy tribe, recently seen in the news, is primarily inhabits in which Indian state? They primarily live in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Okay. So these are the some important state related current affairs that can be asked in your examination. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenuz Hadsana signing off.